Hola, everybody. Bits for You is back after a hiatus. I returned from 7 days in the sunny Western Caribbean. Took a trip on a cruise ship. It was my first time taking a trip by way of a cruise ship, and it was a ton of fucking fun. I'll get into that on the 5th episode of this podcast, so stay tuned for that. Some of the things we discuss on this episode are NASA discovers Earth-like planets, Ben Affleck's Batman film, Hellboy 3 update, and some strange things about a guy and a dolphin. So NASA revealed that they discovered seven planets in the habitable zone in our neighboring solar system. It was revealed on Wednesday. They made a big press conference. They even did a live video chat on Facebook, I believe, taking questions from people on Facebook, and I think Twitter as well. This is a very good discovery for them. I mean, in our lifetime, we found a freaking solar system with not one or two planets like they found in the past, but seven freaking planets. And out of those seven, three are in the actual habitable zone. We might not be alone, Javi.
So the X-Files told us.
I know. Mulder and Scully must be jumping up and down. How about, do you have some Dark Knight updates?
Oh, yes. So, speaking of Dark Knight, Batman, the one with Ben Affleck, I think it's actually called The Batman. They finally decided on a director, Matt Reeves, and he's known for directing a few movies like Cloverfield, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Those are good two movies that I'm aware of. There's other work he's done I'm not too aware of.
He did. I love Cloverfield. That was, I think, his first studio film, and I like that movie a lot. He also did Let Me In, which is a remake from the Swedish movie Let the Right One In. His remake is really well done. It's an interesting take on a vampire's story. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I'm not going to give too much away on that.
And means like modern vampires or...
Yeah, you know. Modern. I'll say it's with a girl. I think it's a teenage girl. That's all I'm going to say about Let Me In. And then he directed, like as you mentioned, the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and the sequel, which is coming out this summer, War of the Planet of the Apes. He also directed that. I think he's a pretty interesting director. His films, I like them all. I don't think he's made a bad movie so far. So I have good faith in him in delivering a Batman movie.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Ben Affleck is still the producer, so he's still going to say what he wants to say.
Yeah, he wrote the script with, I think, a DC chairman a year ago. So I don't know. I wonder if they're going to use that script again, because there was rumors that they were going to use a new script. They were going to hire other writers to come in and either touch up Ben Affleck's script or start on a completely new one. But I think Warner Brothers wants to move quickly on this, so they might not have a lot of time to start writing a new script. They might keep Ben Affleck's, or at least some of it.
No, I heard that there was a new writer for the script.
Okay.
I forget who now, but I know he was involved with previous superhero. He might have been involved in Nolan stuff. I forget.
All right. That sounds good. Hopefully, Batman works out then. No more.
But even when it came to the Batman vs Superman movie, my favorite parts were the parts with Batman, except the part he's killing everybody. I mean, it was still fun action, but
I thought Ben Affleck was a very, very interesting Bruce Wayne. His Batman was, I mean, that scene in the warehouse when Batman just starts fucking taking on those thugs was the highlight of that movie.
I mean, for me, in the beginning of it, you really get to see Bruce Wayne, and the whole reason why he hates Batman. I like that whole setup.
But tell me that warehouse scene wasn't fucking badass.
I mean, yeah, but it's Batman. Once again, Batman killing is not. What was not expected. And then, I guess if your mom's name Martha, he's your best friend.
Yeah. That was, oh man, I can go on a fucking episode just talking about that freaking movie, man.
Yeah, so hopefully this one's a lot better. I think it will be.
I
mean, we
will
have Deathstroke in it and everything.
Yeah, as long as they don't put Jared Leto's Joker anywhere near this Batman movie, they have my $10.
And speaking of actually Batman, they did announce. Is it announced or? But we know who's gonna play Ares in the new Wonder Woman.
Who?
Oh, so he doesn't actually look too buffed. His name is Danny Huston.
Oh, Danny Houston.
Houston, sorry, yeah. He's also been in. Actually, I think I'm getting all my news mixed up here.
It's okay. Let me
Sorry.
Let me.
I'm talking about David Thewlis. He was in Harry Potter. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, do you mean he was in the 300 as well? One of the Spartans? Or no? Am I confusing him?
No, I think you're right.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't in 300. He was in Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter for sure.
He was in the classic Sean Connery movie when Sean Connery plays a dragon, Dragonheart.
I'm trying to remember what else he's been in.
He was in the movie with recently, the one about the astrophysicist that's in a wheelchair, Stephen Hawking's The Theory of Everything. He was in that film.
He was in Dragonheart.
I just told you that, you fucking idiot.
I know. I just have to emphasize on that movie.
Yeah, I know.
It's awesome.
You fucking love that movie. What is it that Sean Connery says?
I am the lost one.
There you go. If they ever make I'm pretty sure they made sequels, but if they make a remake, they should have you voice the dragon.
Yeah. So yeah, he was rolled. He's gonna be Ares. Danny Houston was the one they were thinking he was gonna be. That's why I got it mixed up. It's not him, obviously. It's David.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And he's not known to be some buff dude, so I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
He'll probably just be in full armor or
They'll
something.
probably CGI his muscles or make him go to the gym.
Yeah, just buff up a little bit.
Exactly.
And other superhero stuff. Iron Fist comes out in March. It's March 17. The Netflix series.
Yeah, I think they released a trailer a few weeks ago. It looked all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. It'll be so after this one. I think it's gonna be. Forget the schedule. I think is Defenders next.
The Defenders is next. I saw some screenshots of the sets of them filming it a few months ago. So I believe they wrapped up or about to wrap up, and then the Defender series is gonna come out later this year on Netflix.
And I know they're filming for Punisher too.
Yes. The Defenders is the one that's next after Iron Fist. The Defenders gonna have all the characters: Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil, and they say some other superheroes are gonna show up in the Defenders.
Yeah, Marvel's hitting it out of the park, unlike DC right now. But DC has a chance here with Batman, I think.
Well, yeah, with Batman. I mean, we're talking about Marvel TV. DC has TV shows. I started watching Flash the first season, then I got busy with stuff and didn't continue. I heard it's good.
You ever watched Arrow?
I started the first season and I couldn't finish it, man. I just thought it was so terrible. Like, it was just really bad. But then I don't know if you mentioned or somebody else mentioned that it gets better.
Yeah, the first season basically sucked. It was just a lot of build up.
Yeah, it was.
and then a lot of
Even his
not teenage
acting
drama.
was terrible. Like a lot of the actors were just shitty, man.
It was like the usual CW kind of acting, but it got better. Second season got better. I think I stopped at the third season. The season I stopped was with Deathstroke
I
was the
believe they're
main
on
villain.
season 5 now, if I'm correct.
Yeah, because I think 4 might be the League of Shadows. And I actually was there, and I stopped. I lost interest again. Like the first season, I barely watched. Like I watched it, but usually I was doing something else because I just wanted to understand what was happening, but still
Right.
not get drowned in the slowness of it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So I tried giving Gotham a chance. The what is it? The Commissioner Gordon TV show that came out 2 years ago, I believe. The first few episodes I gave it a chance. Again, I got busy, and then I tried to watch it again and lost interest.
Even what it sounded like, I was like, yeah, it's not gonna go anywhere. Like there's not gonna be an end point to this. They're just gonna do stories, and something like that I'll watch when I hear something like a good episode or something. I'm not gonna follow it.
And then DC has Supergirl. I heard good things about it. I heard not so good things about it. So I guess it depends on your take. And I just haven't invested time to sit down and watch Supergirl. I know the first season's on Netflix. Just haven't gotten around to giving it a chance.
Yeah, actually, that's something I actually do want to watch, but I haven't gotten a chance to.
Yeah. I know Marvel. I was reading that Marvel is working on New Mutants, I believe. I think it's a TV show of New Mutants.
Didn't they do that before?
I don't think so. I just read that like a day ago. I think they're doing it with it's not gonna be on Netflix. It's gonna be on some network station.
I know they have Legion.
Yes, Legion. So I started watching the first episode. I had to stop it. I got busy. I have to finish it. I finished watching it. I think they've already released the first 2 episodes, maybe by now. So I want to hopefully watch it and give my review on those episodes. It's going to be a while because I'm going on vacation this Sunday. A week. Going on a cruise. Hopefully we don't encounter any icebergs.
It'll be hard hit icebergs around the Bahamas.
Exactly. You never know, man. The world is full of crazy shit. So, yeah, man. There's a lot of TV shows to watch. There's not enough time.
Yeah, I agree.
And since we're still on the superhero talk, Hellboy 3, 2 or 3 weeks ago, Guillermo del Toro went on Twitter and said if I get 100,000 tweets, I'll talk to Ron Perlman and people to see if we can do a Hellboy 3. So he got that. He got 600,000 tweets. So just a few days ago, he announced that the plans for Hellboy 3 will not happen. It is completely dead, and he is now moved on and will not, I guess, talk ever about Hellboy 3 again. And it's funny because Ron Perlman went on his, I think, Twitter or Instagram and put something along the lines of, superhero seeks employment, likes pizza, cats, and the Marx Brothers. That's on Ron Perlman's Twitter.
Oh yeah, I remember reading that. That's a shame about the series.
It is.
Or not the series, but I think actually they weren't going to do a series too.
They were thinking about it, but he just said it's completely dead. They're not gonna do a TV show or no other films. I find it fucking sad because I loved Hellboy.
That feels like
Hellboy 2 was my favorite in the series.
I feel like that's something that Netflix could have picked up and done a series on.
I believe so. I mean, Guillermo. I was actually thinking that would have been the route because Guillermo del Toro is working with Netflix on this animated show called Troll Hunters. I heard it's a very good, well-written show. It's very popular on Netflix, so I Probably thought he could have used that as leverage.
Yeah. Well, overall, I'm sad about it.
Yeah, man. No more Hellboy. No bueno.
So any other superhero news?
That's pretty much all superhero. How about you?
Well, I'll switch to the real world. UPS. This week, they had a demo for their drone, which is basically. I saw the video. They basically have a drone on top of the car.
Okay.
And
their
it's launched
UPS
from the
truck?
top of the car, should I say? And it goes out and delivers a parcel, and then meets up with the driver. That's the goal. And during that demo, they were showing out to the press. Towards the end of the video, you'll see it. The drone almost got destroyed because the top of the car, the UPS truck, was closing on the drone, and because the drone was stuck, it wasn't getting out properly, and it almost got shut and destroyed the drone.
I just quickly read about it. I haven't seen the video. The video's still online?
Yeah. I mean, it's actually like in UPS's press release. It's there. It's not like hiding it or anything.
So their PR attempt failed.
Well, they say the drone's going to be out in the rural areas, which to me that means we want a lot of open space and work out all the problems the drones would have. And the CEO, I think it was the CEO or one of the execs, was saying that they're not planning to replace the drivers. They're there to assist the drivers. That the drivers will still be the face of the company, which to me that's just corporate BS stuff. Because
of course,
eventually they will want to replace the drivers.
Of
that's
course.
Less money to
That's the goal. That means more
to spend
pockets in UPS's more money in their pockets, and they'll eventually start laying off these drivers.
Yeah, I mean we're talking like maybe another 10 years, maybe
10,
I don't know.
Years
we'll see how quick this goes. Amazon wants to basically just go this route.
Well,
just all Amazon.
I was gonna get into that. Amazon did a test last summer in the UK. They actually successfully recorded the drone delivering a package without any issues. So it worked out for Amazon. And there's companies in China that are there's the Chinese, the equivalent to Amazon, and this company in China also uses drones for the rural areas, and their success is pretty good. There's even videos online about it.
Yeah, but it's Chinese. They won't show anything bad.
Yeah, of course.
But I gotta say, one of the big hurdles for them is the U.S. laws.
Yes.
Like the
FAA.
The person driving the drone has to be someone who's managing the drone has to be within viewing distance of the drone.
Okay.
So that's why they're having a bit of a problem here to really take off, and they have to work it with the U.S. government to get that loosened up for the drones. Because once you let the barriers go for that, it's gonna be kind of nutty.
What's wrong with a little nutty?
Imagine drones just be flying around, start,
I'm actually
look at your house.
As long as they don't take pictures of me in my underwear, I'm all for drones.
Well, maybe they'll do that.
Then
and then they'll send advertisement to you about new underwear.
I do need some new underwears. It's a good idea.
So I don't know where this is gonna go. They have a lot of money. They're gonna probably try to win favors here. I don't know how much the government's gonna budge. Next thing I know is aliens delivering packages for me from outer space.
What's wrong with that, sir?
Well, Trump doesn't like aliens. They're illegal.
Oh, shit.
They're not from this planet.
Damn. I was actually going to say a Trump joke, but you beat me to it. It was pretty much that.
Yeah.
I might be mispronouncing it. Neil Gaiman or Neil Gaiman? You're familiar with his work?
What's he do?
Graphic novels. I think he's dabbled in comic books. He's written American Gods. Caroline. He wrote the Caroline book, which turned into a movie. That animated movie was released like a few years ago. What else did he work in? Well, he's just a graphic novelist and comic book writer. He's releasing his new show, American Gods, on the Stars Network, and Stars announced the date is going to be April 30th, Sunday. And the summary. I'm not too familiar with American Gods. I heard great things about it. Just to sum it up, is a war between old gods and new gods. Character named Shadow Moon is an ex-con who left adrift by the recent death of his wife. Becomes bodyguard and traveling partner to conman Mr. Wednesday, played by the great Ian McShane. So I'm looking forward to that. Ian McShane, he's for those of you that have watched Deadwood, are familiar with him. Those of you that have seen, I think he was in the very last Pirates of the Caribbean movie. That guy, Ian McShane, he can read a freaking phone book and I'll fucking listen to him. He's just amazing, that fucking actor. So it's a show to look forward to on Stars.
Maybe I'll watch it.
Speaking of Stars, did you ever finish Evil Dead Season 2?
I'm in the last episode. I've been in the last episode for like
me
weeks.
too. I was actually going to say that. I only need the last episode to finish it.
You know what? I'll watch it this week.
Besides the last, obviously we haven't finished the last episode. What do you think of Season 2 up to now?
It's still a lot of fun. And they had that theme again with like another new big demon for the series.
Right.
I kind of want to see where it goes next season. Oh, they're trying a few new things besides having a big baddie. Just continuing the story with the book, and I like that. And of course, just all the jokes and fun. It's just a fun show to watch.
Yeah.
I don't think you take that serious or, heavily crazy theories about. How can you take
a show serious? Where my favorite episode was when he was in the morgue and that dead body was fighting him naked. And the dead body's naked body parts were over his face.
Exactly.
Dude, I almost peed my pants laughing, dude. I was like, holy shit. That was the highlight of this season so far.
Yeah, I think that was probably the funniest moment.
That, and I also liked the other episode shortly after where he's kind of, without giving too much away, he's in an asylum, and he's just like, it's a lot more cerebral, which I liked. I like that episode a lot. I don't want to give too much away what goes on, but I like the twist to it too towards the end. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Cool. So what about video game news? I wanted to talk about the Nintendo Switch.
Because in about, 7 days, you will be the proud owner of Nintendo's next system.
Yep, March 3rd, the release of the Nintendo Switch. Retail price of $300. It's the first hybrid. It's a home console, yet you could take it out and play mobily. The battery life is expected to be between 2.5 to 6 hours. If you play Zelda, they said they expect the battery life to be 3 hours. This is obviously outside mobile. If you're obviously you're just playing at your sofa, you're fine.
I can play it on the toilet as well?
Yeah, you could just take it out and play it mobily, just like you would play on your phone while you're taking a dump.
I think they have my money.
Some people have been complaining about the price. I don't know why. I actually kind of looked into the pricing of the past systems. Mm-hmm. So I found a chart that shows the console prices adjusted for this year.
Right.
So let's go through this list real quick.
Go ahead.
So 1977, the Atari 2600 was released. Uh-huh. Original price was $200, but now inflation, that will cost you $800.
Exactly.
So 1986, we all know the NES. Mm-hmm. Original price $200, inflation, that's $443 now.
Yep.
The Sega Genesis, original price 190. Inflation, it's 372 now.
That was the last great system that Sega did, by the way.
No, Dreamcast was awesome. And then,
well, we can go about that later. Continue.
Yeah, I'll skip a few here. We'll get to 1991 SNES. Original price also $200. They really kept the $200 Nintendo for a long time here.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. SNES, $200. I said inflation, 356 now. Now let's go to 1993, the 3DO. That original price was $700. Now that would cost you $1,100.
Wow.
So that's why it never took off. That price,
yeah,
it's pretty. Like Neo Geo was another one
that
was released in 1990.
Yeah.
Original price was $650. Right now that costs you $1,200.
And that never went anywhere either.
Yeah.
Didn't Atari get back into it with the Jaguar around the same time frame in the early 90s?
That's the next one I was going to mention. That 1993, the Jaguar. Original price $250. It's now going to cost you $420. Good number, 420.
I love that number.
And then, yeah. Then the 1995 was released the PlayStation. PS1. Original price $300. What the Switch is costing you now.
Right.
Inflated cost will be $398. And then 2001 we get the GameCube. Original price $200. So NES, SNES, and GameCube are all released at $200. Right now that will cost you $274. So it's not really a bad price at all.
I think people are just complaining because it's portable, and they're thinking, well, it's $300 for a portable, but it's not only portable. You can do both.
And even in terms of portable, it's the best portable system anyway, too. And on top of that, it's also home console. I just tell you all these prices that if you were to buy the system nowadays, let's say Atari 2600 came out now, you had to spend $800 to get that thing.
Exactly.
$200 back in 1977. Obviously that is $800 now, but it's just such a. You get to see the prices for all these systems, and so it's not a bad price for the system.
No, not at all.
So, yeah, and so Nintendo today announced the release date for Snipper Clips, which originally was being made by an indie studio, and then Nintendo took over and is publishing it as well.
You're gonna have to explain that to me. I have no clue what the heck a Snipper Clips is.
It's gonna be more of a casual game, so it's a co-op game mostly. I'm pretty sure you can play with one player. Every time I've seen it, it's always like two people playing at least. So you're basically two pieces of paper, and it's a puzzle game. You're supposed to fit into these pieces in the map, and you have to cut each other in interesting ways and solve these other little puzzles involved. I've seen stuff involving like a basketball, throwing into the hoop, and stuff with balloons. There's all these different things you can do in the game.
People are excited for this shit?
Actually, a lot of people. You have to watch the video. I know it doesn't
excited.
sound that interesting, but just watching the art.
That better be a pretty fucking good video to get me to fork over some money for that.
I don't think you're interested in that, to be honest. The game is only $20.
You know me too well.
Yeah, this is more for casual gamers and people who just kind of like this sort of art style and puzzle games. I like puzzle games and I like the art style.
I like puzzle games, but puzzle games for me, it has to be mobile. I mean, even though that is a mobile gaming system, I just have to see the video, man. It doesn't sound good on paper.
I'll show you one day, and I expect to play this with my fiance. She will play games very casually, like maybe go to an arcade or something. She's not really a gamer, so this is something that she would like. This is more of a casual gamer. This is not, some Halo or Call of Duty or Metal Gear Solid game. This is something completely different. So I'm actually excited for it. In the UK, it was announced it'll be released in a bundle of Joy Cons. So if you buy the Joy Cons, the game comes for free. I don't know if that bundle is getting released in the US. That bundle costs $80 in the UK. Well, I think if you translate the price, I don't think it was £80. I think $80 US.
80 euros.
No, yeah, I think it's 80
Yeah, I think they're
pounds.
still using euros.
I mean, sorry, 80 US dollars.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know what it is
dollars.
in pounds.
Yeah. We're not from the UK, mate, so we have no freaking clue.
Their value is more. I forget the difference.
What other have you heard anything else about the Switch?
No, those are kind of the big news. Everybody's going crazy about the battery life and extending it with chargers, portable chargers.
I read into that. There's a recommendation for a cable that is USB-A to USB-C, and it got good ratings, so you shouldn't have a problem bricking your system with that cable.
No, it's not about bricking it. People are worried about actually damaging it in terms of like burning it or something. So I'm not going to buy any kind of cable till it's out and people have messed with it.
Have tested it.
Yeah, because I don't have a USB-C type. So I'll wait till people talk about it. I already have a portable charger. It's not any kind of quick charge. That's the big problem right now. People are trying to figure out the quick charge. Obviously, quick charge, you could charge it much quicker. Cut down that charge time for the Switch.
To charge it from no battery to full battery, is it what, 2 or 3 hours or less?
I'm not sure. I heard someone said 8 hours, but with a portable charger. Because the portable charger is not going to charge it as fast as
the dock.
You plug it into the wall.
Right.
So obviously, if you plug it into the wall, it's I think only I think it's 3 hours or 2 hours or something like that.
For some reason, 3 hours sticks out, so I believe that's what I saw. I did see about the Switch that what's that name of the remote controller? The Pro one, I think it's called the Pro controller.
Oh yeah.
That they said a couple of guys have from the industry have played Breath of the Wild with it and say that's the best way to play that game.
Yeah, I'll figure it out when it comes out. I'm not gonna rush to buy anything till I've played with it.
I just don't see the point. Why the heck does that have to cost $80?
No, the Pro controller doesn't cost $80. That's the Joy Cons, and that's like some kind of bundle. I forget how much the actual Joy Cons itself costs.
What I saw a price range of $80. I believe it was for the Pro controller, but maybe you're right.
No, I'm pretty sure that the regular, well, not regular, but the Pro controller is not 80. Yeah, I just verified it. It's $80 for the Joy Cons.
Oh, okay, so it was that one then. Not bad, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the I think for the Pro, I think it's just something you attach. Is it something you? Can't remember.
No, the Pro is the actual like a Xbox controller. It's that size. I mean, just Google it. It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, I am doing that now. Amazon does not have a price for it.
Oh, okay.
But I see it. Yeah, it's just a regular. It's like a regular controller. It looks like something from the Xbox.
Right.
But I see no price. Here's like a third-party one. They're selling it for $30. I don't know how much the official one cost.
I'm very hesitant of buying third-party products for consoles. I usually just buy the official ones, even though they're very pricey. Better to have official than not. But people have a lot of luck with third-party. That's not my taste.
I usually buy official. Actually, I just found the price for the official Nintendo. Oh, that's for the Wii U. The Wii U Pro controller, just to give it a comparison, that cost $49.
Yeah, I've read that this Switch Pro I believe it's going to be more than that.
But yeah, besides that, I kind of I'm gonna stick with what it comes with, and then if I feel like it'll be better to play with something else, or people are really, you know, saying great things about it, I might get it. But for now, mobile and the Joy-Cons, it is.
I think that's the way to go, sir.
When are you getting the Switch?
I have no idea. Whenever it becomes out of Nintendo's secret mystery vault where they hide all their products to create demand.
Actually, I just found it. The Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. GameStop is selling it for $69.99.
You see what I mean? It's not something that's $40 or 50.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive.
Insanely expensive.
Controllers are just getting more complicated. It's probably because of the HD Rumble, is my guess. I don't
know. We'll see, sir.
I do know it does have 40 hours to play. You can play for 40 hours without charging it. So yeah, that's one benefit. Because that's one thing. I have two controllers for my PS4, and I basically have to cycle. One's running out of battery. I plug it in, and then I use the other one that should be already fully charged, and I just cycle through my controllers like that. So maybe I have to do this with the Switch. I don't know. We'll see when the time comes.
Are you gonna?
See, you could also read. You could also read the amiibos and stuff. This port controller.
The what?
It's not like a simple add-on. They definitely gave it some features.
Are those little figurines?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
I thought that I could have sworn I read that they were stopping production on that.
No, they're doing really well, and they're more popular than Nintendo expected them to be.
So
and
they're gonna go from the Wii U to the Switch.
Oh yeah, even the existing ones. Like, let's say you have Wolf Link, which came out with the HD version of Twilight Princess for the Wii U.
Right.
You could use that amiibo on the new Zelda, the Breath of the Wild. It is functional for that game. And any other of the Zelda amiibos will be functional for Breath of the Wild. So, but Breath of the Wild is getting their own amiibo series as well. So there's a bunch of Zelda amiibos out there. I actually pre-ordered 3 of the Breath of the Wild amiibos.
3 amiibos?
Yeah, there's the Guardian, which is the first posable amiibo. The second one I got was Zelda, and the third one I got is Archer Link. There's 2 other ones. There's a rider Link. He's riding, a horse, and then a goblin. And they'll have different. Besides looking cool.
What's the cost of these things?
The Breath of the Wild ones, I don't know why it went up to 15. They usually are 12.
$3.
They're high quality looking things too. They're not like cheapy looking things, and they have some functionality for your games. Like I have the ones for Splatoon for the Wii U, and those give you additional quests. And if you complete those quests, you get these rewards that you cannot get regularly from the game. Like you get like examples like a samurai armor set.
So you're practically investing in DLC.
It's DLC but you're getting a figurine out of it. You pay $12 for a figurine, and it comes with DLC.
We just talked how we hated DLCs in episode 2, I believe.
No, I know, but this is like you actually get something cool to model, like just show off in your bookshelf or something.
So they have you with the figurines. So
yeah, no, they do. I know.
If it's a DLC in a figurine or amiibo, you buy it.
Well, here's the other thing. They're not DLCs. They're not like things you purchase for the game. Mm-hmm. Let's just say, let's just not call it just DLC, because this is just items and stuff in the game. Because in some games they also items, but they're there to really make the game go much faster for you and really help you out to things much quicker in the game.
Okay.
Most of the things I've seen so far are for the Switch. For the amiibos, are cosmetic, not like game breakers. They don't rush the game for you. I know for the amiibos for the Breath of the Wild, they're going to give you food, and the possibility of getting an item, but you could use it once a day and you get a treasure chest and it could have items, but it's mostly going to be food and stuff. And I don't know if any of the items are that important. At least in in Splatoon, I didn't. It has guns too, but they're just variations of the ones you have already. Like I remember one of mine were just gold. It was just a different color.
A different color.
Yeah. Like I said, I do it mostly for the figurine. They're kind of cool, and it's only if you're a fan of the. Like I only bought the ones I thought are cool and I liked the game. Like like I said, Splatoon. I actually liked how they look and it helped you. For $12, you got all these extra quests and stuff, and it's a cool figurine. And I know in regular DLC, I just wouldn't bother usually. So I should say usually. I think the only time I ever bought DLC was the first Borderlands, but I actually unlocked quite a bit of gaming hours of gaming for you.
You know, there's a trend that people wait a year for a game and they get the Game of the Year edition, which has all the DLC.
Yeah, I do that too.
Because
you've talked in previous podcasts that I don't usually buy things day of. It's pretty rare for me. It has to be Nintendo or, to be honest, it's almost entirely.
You're biased.
No, because like when Zelda comes out,
Sir, you're
next
biased.
week,
You're only buying day one things, and for example, Zelda.
the reason why is because Zelda's not broken day one. I have never played a Nintendo game that is broken day one. If Pokemon comes out,
Sir,
we're not gonna have
Star Fox,
all these
the
bugs.
last Star Fox was shit.
The game being crappy or having bugs is totally different. How many times have you bought Assassin's Creed and it's buggy as hell on day one?
The last 3 versions are all shitty day one.
Yeah, they rush the game and they'll patch it and eventually fix it. But Nintendo, day one, the game's ready. It's good. There's no patches to fix something. It's already fixed. It's a functional game.
I'm gonna cross my fingers that Breath of the Wild is buggy on day one.
Depressive in playing it. No one's complaining at all about bugs, so I don't expect to see any.
Shit, they let me down.
Yeah, there was I think it was yesterday or maybe even today that the press could start talking about the reviews for the Switch or Zelda.
And so far, what have you seen?
I have seen awesome feedback for Breath of the Wild. There's one guy said this is like comparing it to Mario 64 because Mario 64 when it counts into 64 was a fantastic, groundbreaking game.
I agree
highly rated.
Until this day, I don't recall, even though it's been years since I played it, I don't recall a single negative experience playing Mario 64.
Hours and hours and hours of fun. You want to do the extra stuff. It is a fantastic game. Now, we see a lot of the 3D stuff, but that game, even now, is still a lot of fun. And that's what people are comparing it to. One guy compared it to. I should say a lot of people, but one guy. But overall, everybody's saying this is one of the best games I've played in a long time, or it's one of the best Zeldas, or all these great feedback.
Well, that's good because the last one wasn't that like the most well received one. The previous Zelda was it Skyward Sword.
I mean, I liked it. There were little things that were kind of annoying about it, but overall, it was still a really good game.
When you stack it next to the other one before it,
the
consensus goes for the previous one.
Yeah, Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is pretty good. There's no complaints there.
Well, when I come back from my trip, I want you to give us your thoughts on Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, maybe I'll post a video of me unboxing it.
Yeah, you can do that too. Post it on our Twitter.
Yeah, if I do that, I'll link it.
We'll
give you a link, maybe in the description of the podcast for that episode or something.
Yes. We can do that. Whatever you say, master.
Right. So that's all the news I have.
That is all that I have. I know you have to get going.
You're in recording.
No, we're still recording. I'm waiting for you to say how much you're gonna miss me when I go on my vacation.
Go fuck yourself.
I'll make sure that I take some sexy pictures on the cruise and send them to you. Maybe I'll post some of them on Bits for You podcast Twitter page.
Make sure you're fucking a dolphin in them.
Dude, that reminds me of that guy when we used to work at Blockbuster Video.
Oh yes,
Remember?
That weirdo. I remember David got mad at him for getting a rapist. He wanted asking for a rape scene movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he threw him out of the store when he was asking about the rape movie.
He was asking this guy about a scene in a movie.
He was looking for a movie that had rape in it.
I think this is the first time I hear this, or maybe it's been years since I've heard this. I don't recall that.
No, he told David, and David got upset and threw him out the store.
That guy was so fucking weird, man. Oh shit, dude, he was one of those weird ones.
She should try to put this in the podcast
And then
somehow.
oh, it is. I'm still recording this shit.
Okay.
I haven't stopped. You made a joke about it, and you said that guy looks like a guy who would fuck a dolphin.
Complete weirdo.
Oh shit, we saw a lot of weird shit. We could go on another episode of just the weird shit that you and I saw while working at Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you guys go. That was recorded on the 24th of February. If you enjoyed this, please support the podcast by leaving a review and rate us on iTunes, Google Play Music, or any of the other podcast platforms. Share this with your friends and family. While you're at it, why not share it on social media? You can do so on Twitter at Bits for You Podcast. On Facebook, you can find us by searching Bits for You, or send an email, bitsforyoupodcast@gmail.com. If there's something you wish to ask us or wish we can discuss on the show, send us your questions. If you want to tell us how much you love this podcast, then do so. If you want to tell us how much you dislike this podcast, I would like to read that as well. All I ask is for you to be as gentle as possible because, well, I wouldn't want to cry while I read such things. I will have these links on how you can contact us in the description section of this episode. Thank you for listening.